We don't have a theme song this week. Hello and welcome, friends and fellow digital hoarders. If you're here with us, it's because you, like us, have accepted that you definitely have a problem, and that problem is buying every video game you see on sale and putting in your backlog. Ooh, hey. So thank you for joining us for Digital Hoarders Anonymous meeting number 28. Yes. Brandon's favorite number. Find out that story on #DeadPod.
It's not that exciting.
By Anonymous, obviously, if you've been here many times, you know Anonymous means tell everybody in the world, all your friends, all your family, that we are live on YouTube every Wednesday-ish at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific.
Or 6:47, whatever.
And if you can't catch it live, that's fine. The chat is great if you can. If you can't, the video posts immediately after to YouTube, and the audio will post the following day on all podcasting services. Go find that. Rate us on our headphones just fell. Rate us on iTunes, 5 stars, please. We need it. Or you can find us on Twitter. Reach out to us, talk to us about that video game addiction that you have, and tell us about that sweet deal you just found on Bonk's Adventure. Hello, my name is Alden, and I'm a digital hoarder.
That was a sweet pull. I got to give you that.
Thanks.
Hello, my name is Brandon, and I am a digital hoarder.
Hello, I'm Doc, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
everyone.
Told you about that first, but good job.
All right, everyone.
I'm like, oh, everyone else did it. I guess I.
No, it's good. It's natural. It's flowing. I guess. Yeah. Anyway, welcome everyone to another great episode. We are Digital Hoarders. I'm so happy everyone's here. We do have a special guest. I'm excited. I've read up on some and learned. So you got a new fan in me. But Cornshaq, welcome to the Digital Hoarder space. Thank you, Brandon, for making this happen. Brandon, Alden, everyone, introduce yourselves. Let's rock and roll. Let's get the show on the road.
Thank you guys very much for having me.
Most welcome. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
That was a very quick.
I did want to make sure. Like,
no.
Usually, it's like, oh, here's the introduction. We have this guy. No, what do you do? Okay, there's the question. Okay. So anyway, my name is Cornshaq. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, but I didn't take it seriously as a business till about 3 years ago. And even then still was about a year and a half ago when I finally was like, oh, this is actually how you're supposed to do it. There's not really a lot of tutorials and books or anything out there because YouTubers are so very much like, you can't, got to protect your spot, basically. So there's not always a ton of information on figuring out how YouTube works, but finally, I think I have an idea, at least partly, of how it works.
How does it work? Because I don't know yet.
Because we are now
a whole lot of BS.
Oh shit, we're doing really good then.
No, it's oh man. But anyways, I've been doing that for 10 years. I do a series called Play It Through, which is a retro game series where I mastered the classic games. Started off with just classics, and now I do pretty much any retro game possible, just because I'm starting to run out. But I do complete walkthroughs where I do as much or as close to no death as possible. There's some some games I don't, or I've never been able to, like Battletoads. I just can't. 2 deaths is like my best. I don't know if I'll ever get better than that. But anyway, I've been doing that series for like 10 years, and that's what kind of got me into YouTube. And then the last couple of years, I've become a video game reviewer, mostly for modern games on PS4, Switch, a little bit Xbox One and PC, but mostly PS4 and Switch. And I pretty much review every game that the other major websites, other YouTubers won't touch. Though I am happy that there has been a growing number of smaller reviewers out there like myself. So like I look at it as a good thing. People may look at it as competition or, oh, you worry about, but that way we cover as many games as possible. It's more so than just a couple years ago when I started.
Absolutely. That's one of the reasons that I was, adamant about trying to get you on the show, is because, as I've said before, if there is a completely random, $1.49 title on PSN flash sale, and I'm like, all right, let's look it up. Oh, it has an easy platinum. I wonder if it's even worth the time. Cornshaq played it, because I was like, all right, what is Butter and Friends Babysitter Sim? Cornshaq played it, and It never. I mean, I'm not even kidding. It has literally never failed me when I go looking for it.
It's funny because there is like I've done close to 500 reviews. I'll be hitting 500 reviews like this week, and that's in 2 years. Wow. Like I've only been reviewing for like 2 years now, and I've done like 500 reviews, and I've covered so many, but yet there are a ton of games I just never got around to.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just take out the AAA titles, just talking indie titles on PS4. There's a ton I still haven't played.
So I'm just gonna fire off one of these questions right out of the gate because these are gonna come. So tell me, and I'm sure you've gotten this question 1,000 times. What is hands down the worst game that you have ever reviewed?
Ever played or ever reviewed or what?
We'll go with review for this because then I'm gonna look up your
is Soulbrain Night of Darkness. It was a game that came out on PS4 2015 in August, around August. The game is no longer on the store. You can't buy it anymore. The reason why it is the only game I reviewed so far that got a 0, and and I wasn't gonna do zeros. Like I 1 through 10 is enough. Like I don't even do points, like 1.5 or 2.5. I don't even do that. I just do 1 through 10 was what I wanted to. But then Soulbrain comes along, and Soulbrain was so bad. And not only was it so bad, every single aspect of the game was stolen from something else. The main character was from like Lineage 2. The font was from Legend of Zelda. The soundtrack was from Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, wow.
There was Skyrim or Oblivion weaponry in the game.
What?
There was Super Smash. Oh, the voice of the main character was Lucina's voice clips from Super Smash Brothers.
What the hell? They didn't try to hide it. Wow.
Or sorry, female. Lucina's always female. I was thinking Robin for a second. My brain just. But anyway, yeah. So like, it stole everything, and it still got put on the store. But because it stole everything, and then a few people covered it after I did, of course, like Jim Sterling, Kotaku, everybody else. Then Sony was like, "Oh, we probably should have checked this." And then they took it off the store. You can't buy it anymore. But if you ever had wanted to hear Ori and the Blind Forest's soundtrack on the PS4, that was because I'm pretty sure that was Xbox and PC exclusive. So
that is funny.
Wow.
And what's worse though, the worst about that though, the developer has since put out 2 more games on PS4. They didn't steal stuff, but they were asset flips, and they're just really awful.
Was it oh shit? They were.
Fear of Destiny is the one.
Yes, because I saw a whole Reddit thread about people just saying, "Don't buy this guy's games." I didn't know.
Yep, okay. and a few people will cover because I did research after I did Soulbrain Night of Darkness. I did research on him because I wanted to like, what the heck is this? And I found out it's a guy in Brazil or something like that who basically steals Unity assets, doesn't even buy Unity assets, steals Unity assets from like forums, and then makes these games and pays whatever Sony wants. I don't know what it costs because but I have looked a little bit into like getting a game on Sony just to say like how easy is it? It's ungodly easy as long as you have money. That's the only thing you need. You pay money, you get your game on there. It doesn't matter. Sony does not give a crap seemingly. They will take it down if it's super bad or you steal things, apparently. But you just put out another game like next week with non-stolen stuff, and it's okay. Sony doesn't care.
But so that's though where you come in. Like all of these games. So PlayStation's releasing these games by the handful every week. And that's how, I mean, Brandon texted me about you because he was like, damn, like these flash sales that pop up, he and I go through each game with a fine-tooth comb.
Between them and PS Plus, they are my life savior.
Yeah, I was going to say. Like,
I'm not kidding. Like, PS Plus and those sales bring up my views so much. Like, the biggest example of this is Amnesia Collection came out 2 years ago in October or whatever. It was a PS Plus game last October. But my review did 23,000 in a year. That's a lot. That's a good amount of views for my channel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
1,000 views is nothing to scoff at. However, after it was announced on PS Plus, in that month it was on PS Plus, it jumped up to 100,000 views.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Because I was the only one at the time who had covered Amnesia Collection, specifically the PS4 version. And that's what allowed me to, what did it. And this month, Claire, which is a cool little 2D horror game, is on Plus right now. I reviewed it a few months, last year, 2 years ago, whatever it's been. Like, time blends. But anyway, that video this month, that alone got me through this month. I didn't have to do another video this month. Like, not, whatever, as far as new stuff goes. I really didn't even have to do a new video this month. obviously I want to, but no, my numbers would not have been affected. Is basically what I'm saying.
So for these awful games that you're playing, how much time do you try to put into it before you say, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it anymore.
People always ask, like, do you beat every game? No, I don't beat every game that I review, and
you don't have to.
It's impossible.
Crazy.
What I want to do is my goal is to play as much of the game, and this could be to the credits, or it could be, a couple hours in. Depends on how long the game. You don't know until I think I've seen everything, and that whatever that last bit isn't going to be any different than all the time I spent with it prior. If I even have an inkling things are going to get different or change or anything, I will stay with that game just to see it through. But if I've been playing a game and it's 10 levels of the same thing and I have 3 levels left, nothing's going to say that there's last 3 levels are going to be any different. And then I'll usually research and see if there's videos on YouTube already just to confirm my suspicion. Make sure that I cover as many bases as I possibly can before I'm like, oh, here's my review.
Gotcha.
Right.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny. Like it's a very weird thing, but like Alden started saying, I can message him and he'll be like, yeah, I'm kind of looking at this game. I'm like, hold up. Yeah, Cornshaq reviewed it. You should he said it's free. Don't get it. Like, yeah. But like Alden and we comb through these completely random games to find easy platinums. And they'll pop up on yours like Butter and Friends and like Square Boy. What the hell is that called?
Square Boy versus the Boys.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, I liked that game.
It was okay. And the one that
out of all the easy trophy games, that one's one of the better ones I played.
Yeah.
Better than Butter and Friends.
I thoroughly enjoyed, definitely better than Butter and Friends. I enjoyed Book of Regrets, which you also reviewed because nobody else reviewed that thing. I actually kind of liked that game. I didn't think it was all that bad. It was super easy to play.
I wish there was more music in it, but I like that piano song that's in it. Yes. Like, there's only like one song in the whole damn game, but the game's only 20 minutes long or whatever. I mean, it has multiple endings, so you replay and all that stuff. But it's it's 20 minutes initially, so it has like one good piano song. But it's like this is actually pretty good.
It wasn't an awful game, so better than Butter and Friends.
Not hard. There's another game. I don't think it hasn't come out yet, but there's another game from that same developer coming relatively soon. The trophies are up on PSN profiles. I can't remember the name of the game. Like the trophies dropped like 2 months ago. The game still isn't out yet, but there is another Butter and Friends-esque experience coming soon.
Platinum. Alden and I got a new platinum.
Yeah. I got to the point with easy platinums that I have a bunch in my backlog. Like, I think I'm not even kidding, have like 15 easy platinums in my backlog just because I didn't I played the game enough to like get my review done and everything. Like some of the more recent hidden object games, like I beat them initially, but I have to do a second playthrough. But because of that, I was like, I don't need the platinum right now. I have 200 and whatever platinums I got. I'm like, okay, let me just work on the next game.
It's got us crushed there.
Well, yeah, you're on the right podcast though, for sure.
Yeah. It sounds like you're a digital hoarder.
I have a bunch of
between. It's like digitally because of all the reviews, 600 plus digital stuff on my thing, and then my collection behind me, my PS4 stuff.
Yeah, I have a bunch of easy platinum games sitting in my backlog right now too because there's too much coming out. Now, this is the part of the show that I will let Doc take over, but we tend to talk about what games we're playing right now. I can't wait to hear what Cornshaq has to say.
Okay. Well, what have I been playing? I don't know. Let's see here. Let me give a look at my father Seed back here. Joseph Seed, how you doing, brother? How about spreading that word, that unholy gospel today out there in Hope County? Now, let me tell you, brethren and sisters, we are having a great day in Hope County with the bliss. I'm telling you, the high was something I couldn't handle. Sometimes I actually went sky high with the bliss. Just ask Jordan. Isn't that right, Jordan? But no, it's been great. Been playing some Far Cry 5. Totally awesome. Had some fun with that. Been playing some great Sea of Thieves. Definitely tons of adventure. I love that I have an imagination and I can enjoy a great game for what is a great game. So can't wait to see what's going with that. Plus, as many of you guys know, I mean, Brandon, I told Brandon and the guys this weekend, people thought that I had given up on Xbox and went to PS4 because I started playing Major League Baseball 18, the show. Now, when I'm talking about playing, I don't mean I'm just playing. I mean, like, I let it consume me all the way down to the very core.
Good God.
I'm at 100+ games into the game already. And I literally got it, Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. So I'm 100+ games into that.
Are you still married?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Well, did you not see what I did for my wife?
That's why she didn't leave him. He built her a Zen room.
Yeah.
I built her a freaking room, so it's good. No, it's good. But no, I've been playing that, but been loving it. Starting out, the new road to the show is amazing. Geez, I just can't say enough about it. It's a masterpiece once again. Best baseball game in the world. Xbox take notes by MLB game. That's it. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But yeah, so definitely a lot of great games. So, yeah.
Doc, I think you like MLB a little bit.
Yeah, I like MLB. Been playing some Nier Automata as well, but
About time.
Yes, that game is awesome, folks. I'm telling you, there's so many great titles on the PS4. It's just great to be able to experience it being a gamer. So,
good.
Yep.
All right, Brandon, what have you been playing?
So, in case you're new to the show, all I freaking talk. Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. In case you're new to the show, I have been talking about Far Cry 5 since Far Cry 5 was announced.
Far Cry.
Yeah. Far Cry 4 is one of my favorite PS4 games. One of my rarest platinums is in Far Cry 4. Thanks to you.
I helped.
Thanks, buddy.
That's a rare plot. Like that's interesting. I did 4s a long time ago, and it's just like it wasn't too bad, other than a couple of grindy spots. And like if you don't like any multiplayer, you're like, oh, I had to do like 2 co-op missions and 1 multiplayer match. It's like
that's what I had Alden help me with.
Yeah. So that is the other thing. Like if you need a friend to help you, but other than that, it was like relatively easy.
It took Brandon a long time to
Far
find
Cry 5 looks really easy, but obviously
likes me. Yeah. Far Cry 5's trophies counts look very similar to Far Cry 4. There's like a couple of multiplayer ones on there as well, so pretty similar. But holy crap, that game is awesome. It's so good. It's hard to sit here and talk about like where you are in the game. You don't want to spoil anything, but at the same time, like once you kind of liberate your first island, you're welcome to go whatever branch you want to, and they kind of tell you, I think you should go here first, but do whatever you want. So, but like last night I was doing a mission where I had to run around and collect bull testicles. And
mountain oysters, man.
Exactly. Yep. They're big on
well aware of how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
You're actually easiest mission.
There was one in that mission. You have to get a bull to mate. I'll make it PG rated here.
Yeah,
with a cow, and then kill it while it's doing that. And the guy is like, well, why do I have to do that? And they say, because they taste much better when it's like that. I'm like, ugh. So, and then the other balls you have to get, you have to run a bull over with a chipper. Apparently that makes them taste better. So yeah, it's just great. I can tell it's gonna just take all my time away. I haven't even got to play this show yet because Far Cry 5 is the only thing that exists in my universe right now. Had Alden and his fiance and some friends over on Saturday. We played a bunch of like PlayLink titles. Like we played Knowledge is Power. What the hell else did we play?
I forget what they were called. That's You,
and some other titles. And then went on to play a bunch of Jackbox games later on. But after you left, Jackbox are so great. Yeah. But now that Far Cry's out, it's kind of like whenever you guys watch the show and Alden says, "Oh, I'm playing Fortnite this week." I'm just going to say Far Cry 5. So I'm just going to write it on like a Post-it note from now on and just put it up. And then you don't even have to ask me anymore because it's going to be Far Cry 5 for the foreseeable future. What about you, Alden?
Well, I got into a little game last night called Far Cry 5. Oh, you talked about it already. Heard of it. You guys have well explained it. Far Cry 5 is a funny one, and I don't even remember where I stood on this game the last show we did. If we had talked about it last week, I was sold on it. But before that,
last week you were sold. The week before that, you were like, "No, wait for a sale."
Yeah, I was gonna wait for it to go on sale. I was gonna wait. Because MLB The Show was out. Here's my copy. I'm ready to go.
Digital.
Okay, all right.
4 days early.
I was looking for my box of the show real quick, but I just another room on the Pro system. I have a copy of NHL 18 now.
Okay, there you go. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. So I'm excited to start MLB The Show, and that's the reason I didn't think I needed Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 looked cool to me. Far Cry's never really grabbed me the way it grabs Brandon.
By the bull testicles.
Yeah. I think they're fun. I've never really cared about the story much. But it was talking about the game and how it reminds me of Red State that made me realize how excited I was for this game, because I love Red State so much. And as soon as I made that kind of comparison, I realized, oh no, I want this game so bad. So I started it last night. I got a couple hours in. It's really, really fun. The story is amazing so far. It was kind of a moment where, like, after about an hour in and you get through most of the regular story intro stuff, you're like, oh yeah. This is still a Far Cry game.
Of course.
It's still like you're going to got to go to this camp and go to blow up this silo.
Yep.
But it's really fun. And the story, I think, is going to hold me a lot better than the story in Far Cry. But have I been playing? Oh, I played a bunch of Sea of Thieves. I've been playing Fortnite. Sticky note, Fortnite. I'm completely caught up there on the challenges.
We played Fortnite that night.
We did play Fortnite that night. I did yell at you because Brandon didn't do any of the challenges. Oh yeah,
you guys that.
But anyway, I played a bunch of Sea of Thieves. I haven't played a lot over the last week or so, but when it came out, I was really excited and I played a bunch of it. It's a fun game. I'm not downplaying it at all. It is kind of the same thing over and over and over again. It's really fun to do that. And when you're playing with friends, it's really fun to have that story to build on together. But with the amount of things that have come out since then, I don't have time for it. So I'll get back to it and I'll play it more. I was saying to somebody that I think that it'll be the kind of game that I go back to a year from now, and I'm like, hey guys, we haven't done this in a while. Let's get together and play Sea of Thieves all night. It's a really fun game, and hopefully by then they've introduced new stuff. And I can't complain either because there's plenty of stuff I haven't done yet. I haven't fought the Kraken. I haven't done plenty of stuff. It does get annoying sometimes when you're playing and you've got 4 chests. I played a little bit by myself. And it's fun to play by yourself and it's relaxing, but at the same time, you're completely defenseless. Like, it's really hard when somebody decides, oh, I'm going to kill that guy and take his treasure. Like at that point,
I'm going to die.
Everything you've done for the last hour is gone. So that annoys me, but I can't complain about it because when I'm playing with other people, I do want to do that too. You know, like,
see, I think that's where the even keel balances is because when I was playing solo, I mean, I lasted 5 minutes before some jackass decided to sink me to the bottom. All right. Yeah. And I just started out with my little ship, but when we're in a group, you know, I mean, like with Jordan there and all them, we cruised around in this ship and we were just sinking fools while Jordan's sitting on the beach drinking a mojito with the chest. He's over there and we just took out this other ship while he sat and was relaxing on the beach. I mean, he was a slacker, but yeah, I mean, I loved it because I was getting revenge. I mean, I hopped on a beach. I saw 2 guys get out of their little thing. I shot him in the back with the blunderbuss, you know, and took their treasure. I think that was rewarding for me. I'm like, okay, I got screwed over a little bit, so I'm going to get my revenge. So I think it evens out in a little bit on it, you know, because there's good and a bad with it. So I mean, it's fun with it, but I feel you. I think there's going to be a lot more entertainment going on. Sure. So I mean, as you saw, Craig Duncan had said that they're paying attention to everyone's feedback, and there will be updates rolling out. They have a roadmap, so we should see that. So, and with it being the fastest selling IP for the Xbox this gen, not just Game Pass, but physical sales. That's crazy. So I'm that one I'm really intrigued by. So yeah. It's fun. It's a really good time. I'm not knocking the game at all. It's just that there's so much right now between Far Cry and MLB The Show and Fortnite. I'm not gonna have time for anything else until God of War comes out, which I'm also less than all over. Yes. It's a crazy. I don't think I said this on the show, but when I went into GameStop a couple weeks ago, the guy at the counter was like, "Yeah, we're kind of in a dry spell for games right now." So what?
Yeah.
I'd reach over and smack him like, you don't deserve to hold that position. You're not a gamer.
Yeah,
Too many games. My wallet keeps screaming at me.
Yeah. I was
the best is when people that come into my stream consistently and be like, "There's nothing this generation I've liked. There's no good games anymore. There's been the last gen was every other gen was better than this gen, and during PS3 gen it was the same damn thing.
Of course, yeah.
It's always that. It's like there's plenty of games to look for and play. You just aren't looking.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's just look at my channel. You can see there's enough crap out there.
Plenty to choose from.
Yeah. So on that note, Cornshaq, what have you been playing the last week or two?
Well, I'll just do the last week because it's just the least amount of stuff. But the only game I'm playing that you guys mentioned already was the show. I'm a big baseball fan. I get the show every year. I'm not as blown away as you guys talked about it a little bit ago and seem to be really all about it and awesome. I'm really enjoying it, but it's very much still MLB the Show. It's still the same. It's like there's a lot of new animations and there's still a lot of same animations. Commentary has been vastly improved to the point that it actually feels like banter between them if they were actually in a booth watching you live.
Yeah,
there's a lot of moments. Now, granted, they make a lot of stupid mistakes, and there's commentary coming in at the wrong time. And
of course,
there's common mistakes. But as far as overall, it's an improvement. That's like the biggest improvement for me was that.
Good.
Everything else, though, it's pretty much been par for the course. The show mode itself, Road to the Show, slight improvement from last year, but still mostly the same. The documentary style that they did last year is still very much intact for the Road to the Show mode. There's a little bit more going on in it. They changed the way you upgrade your characters now. Instead of just earning random stat points and you can put them anywhere, by doing stuff you earn the stat points. So you hit a run, you earn points in power. You hit a base hit, you get points in contact. That kind of stuff, which I actually like from a RPG kind of perspective.
Yep.
I've always liked that in games, like even ones that aren't RPGs doing it like this, or GTA San Andreas. Where you're able to level up different stats and stuff like that. So that whole aspect I like. It looks great. It runs relatively well. It runs better than last year's game on the Pro.
A lot.
What made me so mad is I didn't have access to a Pro until a few months ago. I recently moved, and I moved in with my fiance, and she has a Pro. So that's how I'm able to finally have access to a Pro. Also helps that she has a 70+ inch 4K TV. So that's if I'm finally going to get a chance to check out 4K, it's like, wow, I get it now. And then I put in certain, I've been trying out all the games over the last couple of years that at least support HDR, because obviously PS4 with 4K doesn't, whatever. But there's a lot of games that at least support the HDR and run really well. And last year's The Show, because I put it in immediately when I moved in, I'm like, wow, this runs like crap on 4K. At least, even with all the patches, it ran like crap. So at least this year's 4K, HDR, whatever, and you can change. There's a few different options to make it run slightly better, but it doesn't look quite as good. There's still these little limitations, but it definitely runs better. I think presentation-wise, it's better. But there's still things that are missing that I wish was in the show. You've done Road to the Show mode for how many years now? And we still don't have single A. Or even lower. I know that's not a big deal to people that don't care about baseball or minor league baseball in particular, but nobody gets drafted in Major League Baseball and starts off at Double A. It doesn't happen. So it always has annoyed me as this baseball fan. It's like no one starts at Double A. There's some rare occurrence maybe back in the day, years and years and years ago, but everyone starts at usually rookie or single A at this point. And so that just why isn't that in there? And what's even more annoying is in franchise mode, if you do a franchise, you have a single A team. You can't control them. They're not named. They're just called single A affiliate, which is disappointing because they could have easily had it. For example, MVP 05, MVP Baseball 05 from, whatever years and years ago from EA had single A. And had a very similar Road to the Show-esque mode until, Sony squashed it and took exclusive rights to baseball for a while, or not exclusive rights, but it was you have to ask us permission, and we don't like you, EA, because you took Madden. So, but MLB 2K, you can keep going. We don't really care about you. And RBI baseball, you don't exist. You keep trying. I mean, good job trying, but you can't compete with the show at this point. The only one that could was MVP. And it's been since forever since that came out. So I don't know. Like, I'm very much enjoying it. It looks gorgeous. I was like, I show it to everybody that comes over. I'm like, you first glance, like I'll have like someone walk out of the room, and when they come right back in, I'll make sure that I'm starting up a game. Like, you can't tell on the 4K 70-inch TV that it's not a real game at first glance. Once you get a close-up look at the players and crowd and stuff like that, you see it, oh, it's a game. But like certain shots, it's like, damn, this looks good. Other than that, though, I'm playing a game called Metropolis Lux Obscura. It's a match-3 game, which I played a lot of, and it's usually not a very popular genre, understandably. But this one actually has a story, similar to like Puzzle Quest had like its own story and plot and stuff like that. This one has a very dark, like film noir, crime drama-esque story going on, and it's actually quite enjoyable. The music's pretty good. It's still at its core a match-3 puzzle game, but it's a decent match-3 puzzle game. I'll be reviewing it this week. Okay. I'm playing the new Atelier game. It's the first Atelier game, Atelier Liddy and Suel, the Alchemist of Mysterious Paintings or something like that. I apologize if I'm...
That's a long-ass name. Good Lord.
Yeah. How many of those games are there now? There's like...
there's one every year, and I'm not even kidding. There is an Atelier game every year, and there's been one since 2003. At least, like, I mean, there maybe not every year since 2003, but there's been almost every year.
Close, yeah.
Just because I would end up buying them, and like, I'm never gonna play you because I don't have the time. But I bought you. You look nice on my shelf, I guess. I have a bad habit of buying JRPGs new and not getting around to playing them.
So, what's your favorite new JRPG this gen? I know that guy from your chat would say there is no such thing, but what would you say?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's I really want to play Ni no Kuni, but I haven't.
The first one or the new one?
New one. I played the original. Original was amazing. I really want to play 2. I just haven't gotten a copy yet. I don't know what my favorite JRPG, because they don't do a lot of traditional, like, old school, whatever. Like, Persona would probably be it, but I still haven't played Persona 5 yet. I know, blasphemy. But I played every other Persona. So I know if I play Persona 5, when I play it, that will be my favorite JRPG for this gen.
Yeah.
Favorite RPG-esque game is Witcher 3, though. Witcher 3 is my favorite game this whole gen, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm messing with a few other ones where it's just these smaller titles I'm trying to get out. A new MX versus ATV game, a game called Neon Wall on the Switch, and then a game called The Raven Remastered, which is a mystery game, Sherlock Holmes-esque mystery game. So
I actually saw a trailer for that one. That one kind of...
It came out a few weeks ago. I'm just...
Yeah, that one piqued my interest, actually. So...
Yeah. And I think it has a relatively easy trophy list, because the PS3 list for it was pretty easy. Because this was a PS3 game. It's just remastered or whatever. But as far as I didn't do the PS3 one, but I'm pretty sure it had an easy platinum, and this one seems to have an easy platinum.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I looked at it a few weeks ago, so I know it's...
I mean, not Butter and Friends easy, but like still like 2009 easy.
Okay, all right, good.
Slightly harder than Hannah Montana or Megamind, if you ever did.
To be fair,
I do have. No, that's on the 360. I've got the Megamind.
That's my problem too. I did a bunch of 360 ones, and then I switched to trophy hunting only because my friend like begged me. He's like, "You can't beat me. I have 10 platinums." It's like, you don't want that, because I had over 170,000 gamer score on Xbox in 2007, 2008, whatever it was. Like, within like the first couple of years of 360, I had that high of a gamer score. It was crazy.
So to anybody listening and or watching that has heard us talk about Butter and Friends 45 times this episode, if you don't know, Butter and Friends is this dumb little game that the butter is 4 kids that are
up to 4 kids.
Yeah, up to 4 kids. You got to do 4 if you want to get the trophy, and we had to get the trophy.
It was a bitch.
And you have to watch all 4 kids while people try to steal them, and cats try to steal them, and balloons try to steal them.
There's a UFO, a balloon, a burglar, a cat. I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I played.
And an eagle.
An eagle.
Yes, the eagle.
Okay.
And it is an easy platinum. I mean, no, I'm sorry. It is a fast platinum. It's not an easy platinum because getting that last trophy was a pain in the ass.
Was that the hard mode 4 babies one?
Yeah. Me and Alden
did that one a little bit early. My last one, I can't remember what it was. Another one of the other ones. Maybe unlocking everything because I hadn't quite done it yet. Like, I went right for the hard mode one once I found out what it was. I was like, I'm going to try to do this, and yeah. Thankfully, it didn't take me long though.
would have just closed the doors. It would really solve a lot of issues. Like,
lock the windows, close the doors, and stop the same burglar and same cat from walking in.
Or the eagle. Maybe don't let the eagle in the house.
Yeah, where do you live that this eagle just swoops into your house?
And he really wants butter.
He loves butter.
And whatever,
or like tofu or whatever.
I was gonna say there's multiple babies of other food items.
It was a weird game.
Yeah, it's a very strange game.
It was extremely simple, stupid. You're like, why does this exist? And then you find out, like, the developer's like, yeah, I literally made this game so everyone get an easy platinum, and I can make $100. And that's become a genre now. It's its own genre.
It's not My Name is Mayo easy.
No, it's like a step above, like, here. Like, My Name is Mayo is like god tier as far as easy plats, and everything else slowly ranks below it.
Yeah, so for my name is Mayo. Any of you who are trophy hunters who just want to get an easy platinum,
2 easy platinums
if you have a Vita. You just
for $1 too. Like it's cross buy, so it's like literally $1 for 2 easy platinums,
and all you do is click on Mayo jars for about 38 minutes.
Literally,
and you got a platinum.
10,000 times.
Switch over to the Vita, click on a bunch of Mayo jars again, and it's there you go.
And believe it or not, there is an actual story going on. It's really weird, but
I loved, like, when I first played, like, I had no idea what this was. It came out because I played on day of launch. And I played it, and I'm just like, and I didn't even stream it. I just like downloaded. I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't get it for a review or anything, like a copy or anything. I just saw this. I'm like, $1. My name is Mayo. What the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. I loved it. I did like a really sarcastic review for it when I did my review for it. It's actually one of my favorite reviews. It didn't do that well, but it's like one of those ones between that and the Hatsune Miku game I did. It's like the reviews I love the most like did nothing. No one watched. But still, but yeah, no, My Name is Mayo is god tier as far as easy plats.
Yeah, no doubt. There was that game. What was it?
Little Adventures on the Prairie or whatever is easier though. It takes less time. If you
never even heard of it.
Little House on the Prairie.
A couple weeks ago, it's called Little Adventures on the Prairie. It's another one of those PS4 and Vita games for one single price. I think it's $3. Don't quote me on that one because they sent me a copy. Actually, I bought it. I bought a copy, and then they sent me copies. So
send them here. We got you. We'll get your plats.
I have friends that also are easy to be honest. So I'm just like, no, trust me. If I still had it, I'd be like, here you go.
I want to play Little House on the Prairie, the game.
I'm pretty sure it's still up. It didn't get taken down. It is It's one of the worst games I've played.
Stories on the Prairie.
What was the platinum game? The PS4 game that was up was like easy.
1,000.
Yeah, that was pulled down within like a day because it was.
It is Little Adventures on the Prairie.
What is this? All right, there it is.
Are you there? Are you there, Doc?
Yeah, I'm here.
Margaret.
Go to.
Hi, Margaret. How you guys doing?
Hi, Paul.
Airy Dare. What's up?
Noonie.
Woo-wee. No, what I was doing, I was trying to make sure I had this, but because we are digital hoarders, and we like digital stuff, right? I mean, I think it would be so cool because this week a great movie came out, right? Star Wars: The Last Jedi came out. So, okay, so I have a code for Star Wars: The Last Jedi, a digital code. So we'll give that away. We'll put it on Twitter. I think that's the best, so everyone gets a shot at it. You think? So yeah, we'll do it off of Twitter on the Digital Hoarders Twitter. Just retweet that, and we'll put it up here in a little bit. But so you guys know, go to Digital Hoarders. It'll be up for 24 hours. Make sure, and then we'll just select someone tomorrow. But good luck for that one. So get your chance at Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
I will retweet it.
And I promise you, it's Doc, so I'm sure it's in 4K, right, Doc?
You just get it goes to your Disney Movies Anywhere account.
Yeah, so but did you have? Is it the 4K disc?
Yeah, I got the 4K.
Yeah, it reads on Vudu as 4K. At least
okay,
use it through Vudu. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so there you guys go. You'll get a 4K viewing option on it. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. Cool. But yeah, so that was just my part. I was thinking, like, what can I do?
Doc's like, I don't know any of these games these guys are talking about.
Yeah, so people want to know. I'm like, I know
my whole life at this point.
Yeah, see, you guys do great. I mean, that's a whole new sphere I'm opening myself up to. I mean, yeah, I play on every system, but I'm not as in deep and invested in the tiny little nook and cranny kind of games. I mean, I have a crap ton. Sorry, I'm getting reverb on one, but I'm getting into a lot more indie games that are not so mainstream. which is actually helping me appreciate gaming in a different sense, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely,
guys. Because I mean, yeah, blockbuster AAA, yeah, cool, yeah, and I got this great grand story, but I wouldn't have found these amazing different stories from other little indie developers, because these are just so bright and warming things. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think
never know that butter needs babysitting.
Right.
Never even know that.
Yeah, there's just gems, I don't know.
I think, that's exactly what it is. There's plenty of garbage that you have to sift through. I think what's cool, I mean, for people like us, people who've been gaming since we were little kids, and you've played every kind of game out there, when a game comes out that does anything slightly interesting, it's always fun to see that and to kind of get to do something different instead of playing the new AAA game that's really just another AAA game. So when you find that, when I found Klaus, that silly little indie game that I just loved so much.
So good. I was the first person to platinum it.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah. Wow.
I tried. I was going to go for that plat. No.
Yeah. Then I have.
It's funny. I got lucky that I was the first one to platinum, and the reason why is if you played it, there's time trials that you have to complete for the platinum. There was one time trial that was literally impossible. No matter how fast you beat the level, you could not do it in time. It was not possible. They fixed it in the first patch.
Okay.
I was playing my PS4 and saw Klaus patches downloading, and I jumped right in that and was like, boom, trophy.
Oh, nice.
That's when I need it. So I was able to kind of, whatever. I got lucky that I was playing my system at the same time that patch came out. So that's why I was the first person to get the platinum in Klaus.
Very nice.
Yeah, we've talked about that game a bunch on the show, or I have at least. Well, we all have. But that's one of those games where I just wish more people knew about it. That small little indie game that didn't get the shine that it deserved.
Totally.
It's a fun game.
Did you play Splasher?
No.
If you like the fast-paced kind of platforming that was Klaus, and to a slightly lesser than like a Meat Boy, check out a game called Splasher. It came out last year on PS4. I think it's on all the systems.
You're speaking my language.
And it was done by people that worked on another huge indie title. I don't know if it was Meat Boy or another one. It's one of the other big ones, and I can't think of it. It's been a little bit since I played it. But it's a really cool game. I did a review for it. And if you like fast-paced platforming with a little bit of a unique gimmick, because you use this liquid to stick to walls or go really fast and stuff. Really cool if you like platformers.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Just added it to my wish list. I will get it soon.
Good old Klaus. Yeah, Klaus was a really good game. Alden never, ever stopped talking about it. So
I just wanted people to play it.
And it's great. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly
get like that myself with certain indie titles, because I play so many. It's like when I finally find one that I really love or I think is really special, I'm like, everyone play. I won't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
All right, so
shut up. We're not going to play the stupid indie title. They're too busy playing Sea of Thieves or whatever they're playing at the time. It's like, yeah, okay.
Take this opportunity to stand on the table and tell us all the game that we don't know to play. What do you give us a title?
Put me on the spot.
It was going to be Baby Butter and Friends.
Well, yeah, of course it was going to be that. Or one of the other brilliant titles that I've covered. I don't know if you guys saw, I did it a few weeks ago, but you really want there's really bad, awful games. Abo Kashem. I cannot recommend enough as far as so bad it's good and mind-boggling that this game exists. It was made by a Middle Eastern company, and it's like the first game from that country. But it's weird. It's broken English everywhere. It's really almost weird, offensive, and just completely bizarre dialogue that you have to deal with. Anyway, I did a review for it. It's called Abo Kashem. It's not a good game, but if you want something completely that you've never heard of before, really weird, really bad, but so bad it's good, that's one. That I can throw out there. As far as the really good indie titles, the one I always go to, and it was kind of a bigger title, was Valley. It came out a couple years ago now on PS4 and whatever systems. But it was from the same people that did Slender the Arrival. So I was like, oh, I don't, it's horror or whatever. And I love horror, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I'm not sure what I think about this. And I played Valley, and it's this first person perspective game that takes place in an alt history World War II era. So after World War II ended, apparently I think it was the Germans came up with some new technology that basically turned people into mechs. where they like started turning them into metal, like with these big metal legs with like run really fast or attach the train rails and ride the rails of a train. So like the whole game is a relatively simple 3D platformer thing, but you get so much speed and jump over these really huge gaps and really cool areas that the game immersed me almost immediately. So Valley is probably top as far as indie, different weird PS4 games that not a lot of people have talked about.
I'm actually looking at it right now, and it's weird. This thing has been on the last few flash sales and PSN sales, and I've had it in. I've looked at it a bunch.
Like Valley is like it's not a good name. Like I mean, it fits it. You're playing in a valley, like, but I don't know. It's not a title that really stood out. That's why no one's heard of it. But it's well worth giving a.
Okay.
I think it was $20 or $25 when it came out. But if you get it for 10 or less now, it's only about 3 hours, 4 hours long. Easy plat, especially now that there's guides out there for the collectibles. But yeah, no, I highly recommend Valley.
Yeah, it's $20 now, and at its lowest price it was $3.99.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, if I had noticed it was $3, I would have been like, I just didn't notice. I would have tweeted that out, like everyone buy this game because it's not good.
Send me that
for $3.99. You know?
Yeah, no,
scale your thing down to a $20 indie title, blah blah blah. That kind of came out of nowhere. I never heard of, and I bought this thing, and I'm like, oh wow, that's why I ended up.
But $3.99.
Yeah, actually, hell yeah.
You've got.
I get constantly on old reviews of mine where people are like, "You think this game's worth $1?" I'm like, it's $1. Like, that's like, I will pay that for any sport, like any game. If I spend $1, like that's the lowest. I don't care. It's $1, you know, unless I don't have it. Like, you know, I was really poor or whatever. But seriously, you can't get $1's worth of fun out of anything that you pay for game wise.
You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong.
Yeah, business. Like I've played the absolute worst of the worst, and I could at least get some fun out of them. $1 worth of fun. You know?
Yeah. Well, I've got to reiterate then you are on the right show, my friend.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of the worst, you've gotten this question a couple times in the chat. Did you play Life of Black Tiger?
Yes, and I actually reviewed it before anybody else did.
Oh, and what glowing review did you give that?
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 1. Yes, I gave it a 1. I actually I have a on every one of my videos. There's a spreadsheet, a document that's linked, Google Doc. It has every one of my reviews and what I gave them. So if you've ever wondered any game I reviewed, if I reviewed it or not, that's the definitive list. It needs to be updated. There was a few weeks I haven't updated it. Usually I do it like once a month. I update it. But yeah, so if you ever wonder any of my stuff, it's linked in almost every one of my videos. Just because I wanted to see how many I've done. 492 reviews so far.
Oh, good Lord, dude.
I remember that's like 2 years, less than 3 years.
That's insane. So what, off of Alden's question earlier, how much time did you put into Valley of Black Tiger before you Life
of Black Tiger? It was... I mean, I don't remember exactly because it was January of last year, but it was probably between a 6 to 10 hour experience.
Woof. Yikes.
Because I live streamed it. I had to finish it off stream because I got stuck because I had to level up a little bit because there's actually leveling up in the game.
Oh, Lord.
Have you guys played it?
No.
Okay. Definitely look up footage of it if you haven't.
Oh, I've seen it. It's atrocious.
Oh, man, is it bad? But it does have I can't remember if it was buffaloes or rhinos or something, but they like stack on top of one another at one point. And like it was like a pyramid of rhinos or something. It was like, honestly, it was the best thing about the game.
Yes.
Life of Black Tiger, and it doesn't even have a platinum. It's like it at least had a platinum, you know.
And it's like $15 or something like that.
It was like I think it was like $12 or $13 when it launched.
No.
Maybe more, you know, but at least
Doc, you need to.
It's one of those ones I actually bought too. Like,
ouch.
People always want like, oh, do you buy it? It's like in my reviews in the description, I always have it. Whereas if I got it as a review copy, it says it. If I didn't, that means I bought it with actual money. So. Yeah, there are a few games I actually still buy.
You need to pick out some of these games, Doc, and start streaming these to Mixer.
Well, whatever. So that's the thing. I mean, people have been asking me what is my desire for growth and plan for my channel, which you know, Cornshaq, you have to have some kind of plan because it's always evolving if you want to keep moving up or gaining followers. And that's my kind of thing. I think I'm going to take on the approach of a variety streamer. Yeah, I'll have a popular game, right? So I can
just warning ahead. So that's what I've been doing forever as a variety streamer. I rarely go more than 2 streams playing the same game.
I just love. I mean, I think I'm more.
I love gaming too much to not. Like even if I wasn't reviewing, like I love games too much. That's how I've always gamed. I've always jumped from game to game, like borrowing it from a friend or renting it from Blockbuster, or as an adult buying. But
yes,
it's like I gotta be playing new stuff. Like I can't sit there and play old stuff anymore.
Well, I mean, I want something that's gonna host like the squad. So I have a theme of like a squad, so where we have interaction, people can keep doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So move on to on, but I still want to, just have. It's good. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, that's a good idea.
The key with streaming, and I tell everyone, ask what's the biggest advice I can give you, is there's two things. Number one, have fun. If you stop having fun, stop streaming. It's not worth it. You're just going to get angry, and everyone can see that you're frustrated. I had a near breakdown twice during my streaming career, just because, like, it wasn't because of the stream. It had nothing really to do with the stream. It was finances. It was my personal life, whatever. But that translates. So if you're not having fun, don't stream. And if you have one person or a million people, act like you have that million people. Talk to them as much as you can. I'm just because of my social awkwardness. If I'm not being interacted with a lot of times, I just don't talk because I'm just and I'm nervous. Like there's 19 people watching me, but no one's talking. Oh God. And then I make a mistake in the game and I'm like, oh God, like 19 people just saw me. Like, but if people were talking to me, it could be 1,000 people in the chat and I wouldn't have given a crap. Only when no one's talking, it's like, oh God. Oh God!
I haven't streamed a whole bunch at all. I've streamed some Fortnite and I streamed some Celeste. So I was streaming Celeste.
Celeste is fantastic. I didn't get a chance to review it, but I played it like a month later after it came out. It's so good.
Yeah, I was streaming that to literally at one point 2 people, and one was my fiance, and the second was Dan Rodriguez, who's in the chat now, a fan of the show, good friend of ours at this point. Dan and I talk all the time. But I still know both of them very well, clearly. And except Tanya. And I was messing up in Celeste. I was having issues with it and I was so embarrassed. Like I was just like, I'm gonna turn it off, guys. Sorry.
Like that's how it get I'm like, people think that's such an overreaction, so stupid, but that's how my mind works. Like when I'm playing a game, it's just like when I make any mistake, slightest mistake, and I've never played the game before. Like I should know how to play it. If I know how to play it and I've never played it before, it's not that good of a game, or at least it's not innovative.
True. Yeah, like I died a billion times playing Celeste and never got upset or frustrated for the most part. But
until somebody was watching.
But at that point, it was so nerve-wracking for me.
It's amazing, like how that, like with someone, like I said, with my social anxiety, I guess yours relatively similar, at least as far as that's concerned with people watching. But what's funny is doing this, not nervous. I do, conventions, do panels. I've done things in front of hundreds of people. No problem. No one can actually talk to me watching me randomly, and I'm nervous as hell.
Yeah, I don't even stream at all because of that exact reason. I don't like people I don't know. I like to do my thing my way, and that's it.
Streamers, like the ones that do it every day, and they've been doing it every day for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and like they can be on all the time. Like I have friends that are streamers that are just, they are on when their stream starts, they are on, and they don't stop until it's over. And it's exhausting. Like I'm exhausted from doing a 3-hour stream where only an hour of it was I actually like, oh my God, guys, this is the most amazing game ever. Most of the time I was just like, oh God, this is kind of cool. Oh, it froze again. Or, like, oh, that was a game. That's usually my reaction after I beat most games. Oh, that was a game. I've seen everything. But yeah, I turned off my webcam. There we go.
Yeah, welcome back.
Sorry. I don't know why that turned off. I must hit it. Anyway, so yeah, no, I just, that's when it comes to games and anxiety and streaming, all that stuff. It's fun.
I totally feel you. Like I did a 7-hour stream the other day where like I'm just fully on, and then I'm so mentally drained. It feels like it was just like, because I'm an introvert. People don't know it, but I'm very, if I'm out in public, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm a very socially awkward person. I'm not a very social butterfly. Yeah, it's kind of like, That's me. Like, well, me. I'm just kind of like, this guy. But on this, I feel like I can let myself open, which is kind of crazy because my degree.
Let yourself open.
Since I've been going to school, I think I've done a lot better, and I've cracked my shell. So that's helping me. I mean, being a communications major, I kind of have to be. So
yeah, it kind of helps.
My best friend's wife, she streams just randomly, occasionally, but she very much is an extreme introvert, and that streaming's really helped her be able to kind of open up just to the 8 people watching her. Like that's so. No, I totally get that. It can help a lot.
Okay. Absolutely. All right, so I guess we have to. I didn't realize we were going for this long.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That time to wrap
but
up.
I lied because I did play a game that I forgot because the poll from 2 weeks ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah, the game that won was A Boy and His Blob, the PS4 version, which I did not know Way Forward did. I didn't know that.
Yes, they did.
I didn't know that either.
They did the Wii remake, which is the same one that was ported to PS4.
I love Way Forward.
PS4, no platinum. I was like,
that irritated.
Such a good game. I played it. I loved it on Wii.
Yeah, loving it on PS4. It's just, for lack of better words, it's just a cute game. Like, it's just a fun, cute little game. Like,
but it's fun. Like, it's good.
Yeah,
the reviews were kind of like middle of the road
because I played it on. It was NES. It was on originally, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, the original game was NES.
The original. I played the original NES and had the Wii version, but never played it.
Yeah.
But
it's actually like a third game because there's also a Game Boy one that came out at one point.
Yes. Yeah, I never played that. But the it's just fun. Like, it's not difficult at all. Everything's, one hit kills, but it's more puzzle platformer because you featured Blob jelly beans, and then he can turn into different things.
Right.
He can turn into like ladders. He can put like a hole in the ground for you to drop through. It's a weird game, but the challenge just comes in trying to solve the puzzles to get around. Like there's no combat or anything like that. If I had a gripe about it, it's the kid like jumps about this far off the ground, so like you can't. It's really hard to clear enemies.
So you don't want to play a game where the character can't jump.
Yeah. That's where we're going. Hey, either jump or don't jump. But no, he jumps about this far off the ground. So the hardest part is clearing enemies because you get and he doesn't run, so you get this like jogging start to go. But it's fun. I enjoy it, and it's one that it's called me back to keep playing it. It's definitely longer than I thought it would be. It has the feel of being like a 3-hour game, but it's about 6 to 8 hours. So it's about
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it. So it's a fun game.
I played it back on Wii just because I'm a huge Way Forward fan. So anything they end up putting out, even their more obscure crap like Barbie games and stuff, I bought just to support them as a company because I just love them so much.
Yeah, I love Way Forward a lot, and I didn't know they did this game, so now I'm gonna have to go back and play it. Except not this month.
Yeah.
If you haven't, they every way. I actually, when it comes to Way Forward, I'm like, just go to the thing for their site, their company, and just look at every game they've done. They're all at least okay.
Okay.
You don't make a bad game. Way Forward, very rare. Like, I don't know. Like, I would have to look through the library and really comb to find like the worst of the worst. But they made playable Barbie games. Nobody else had made a playable. Like, I could actually sit there and play through from start to finish without being like, God, this is so ungodly bad. I played the Barbie games on NES and Super Nintendo and stuff. I was like, and they actually put effort. It's like, why did you put effort into this? It's a Barbie. They did 2 or 3 Barbie games. One of them is the Pegasus one on GBA, and then there's another GBA one.
Now, remember we said he's played everything? He's telling you the Barbie game. I told you this guy's played everything. So.
Yeah.
I've been gaming since I could hold a controller at 1.5, 2 years old, and I've been every day and I'm 30. I'm going to be 32 in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Youngin.
I love it this year, though, because my birthday is on Friday and April 13th, so I get every like 6 or 7 years I get a Friday the 13th birthday. So
nice.
Actually, Alden, real quick, because you're talking about it. So it's $9.99, but it's 3-way cross buy too. So it's the PS4, the Vita, and the PS3 version for that.
But is it PlayStation exclusive? It's not on Xbox, right?
No idea. I don't think it is actually. So there you go. There was the lowest that ever.
I own it. I own it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I just never played it.
Oh, get your shit together.
So it's my turn to do the poll. So for Cornshaq and to anybody else, I just spit all over the table.
Thanks, man.
Anybody who doesn't know, new to the chat, every week we do a poll so that you guys can help us pick what game from our backlog we are going to play, game or movie. So we post the poll on Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, Miguel, go ahead.
Miguel Diaz, let's do it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Everybody yell at Miguel.
Yell at Miguel in the chat now. There we go. Bridget.
I hate to interrupt real quick. Just to remind me of Twitter. During a time on my stream, I was so trying to get things to go and work and whatever. Like, I was like, what can I do? Everyone's getting retweeted. I have no followers on Twitter. I'm like, it became a thing for like 3 months where every day I was just beating into people. Retweets straight to Twitter. It just is like this educational thing every single day. I had to go over how to create a Twitter account, how to retweet something. Like literally, it's like click the 2 arrows 69ing one another. Like, and there you that's like that's just became this running joke. Should have put on a T-shirt by the end of it, but anyway.
There you go. So there you go, Miguel. Arrows 69ing. That's how you retweet
on our Twitter.
On Twitter,
and we post a poll asking you guys what you want us to play. Or watch. And this month or this week, like I said, I don't have time to play anything else. There are no more. There's no more game room in my brain
until we announce the backlog club. Probably today.
Yeah, and I'll talk about that in a second.
So there will be more to play.
But I'm doing movies. Obviously, it took me a long time to say that. But I'm doing video game related adjacent movies. So my poll, video game related movie number 1. We lost Cornshaq.
Lost Cornshaq.
Send him a text, I guess. Tell him he can just click on that link. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, you're good.
Browser crashed. I had the real.
Man, he's just like, I gotta get off the show.
Yeah, talking about Twitter.
Exactly.
So movie number 1 is gonna be Battle Royale. I've never seen this movie. I've always wanted to, and I'm going to be a little bit honest and I'm going to hedge my bets a little bit. That's the movie I want to watch. Wink.
So it will not win.
It won't win. Doc's going to say some other movie's shitty, and everyone's going to vote for that.
Yep.
Because he wants to
humiliate you.
Yeah, like he did with Battle of the House.
You'll if that wins, the set that I have has all 3 movies in it, so you can watch them all.
Well,
and that if you're not familiar with the Battle Royale movie, it is the movie that the Hunger Games 1,000,000% ripped off.
Yeah.
Like it's not even. You just watch it and you're like,
based on a novel, and I actually really highly recommend the novel or the manga. They did a manga that was based on the novel version of it. It's much more violent. It's much more gritty. It's a much more harder hitting thing. The manga, the artwork in the manga version is brutal. So I'm a huge Battle Royale fan. So watch the movie, read the manga or the book, never see the sequel.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. So I've never watched the other ones, but I've heard that they're quite awful.
Man, years ago, Otakon, this is a big convention on the East Coast for anime. They had a big premiere for Battle Royale 2 when they had the first it was subtitled, from whatever, but they did a big premiere there at Otakon. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna just see it. I wish I didn't go.
Ouch. So that's movie number 1. Movie number 2 is Silent Hill. I never saw that. I do want to see it. Not as bad as Battle Royale.
Once
again, your PlayStation card is
review for Battle Royale. Do not watch the sequel. Play the game first, and then and then never see the sequel.
Silent Hill is by far my favorite. I know it's a very low bar to set, but it's by far my favorite video game movie. I actually legitimately just think Silent Hill is a good fucking movie. I really like Silent Hill.
It's a great series, great movie. It's great everything. That is a cult classic.
Yeah, I love the...
Yeah, you can't be a digital hoarder until you watch that. I'm revoking your card.
Doc, you're going to sandbag this again and Silent Hill's going to win.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to watch Battle Royale.
You can still watch it.
I can only watch things that people vote for.
Silent Hill.
And my third movie on this list, and the least likely to get chosen, is Prince of Persia. So...
Yeah, could be worse. Because there's so much worse. Like I'm waiting, like you said, video game related movies. I'm like, okay, which ones? Okay, good. You at least have serviceable ones.
Yeah, we didn't go. What I think the worst video game movie of all time is House of the Dead by Uwe Boll. That is so. If you've ever seen Cornshaq, have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Holy crap. Okay. So I pretty much like every movie. It's very rare that I dislike anything. I just am like, hey, except that movie. So when they get on the island and then they start actually having fights with the hordes of zombies, instead of showing you like zombies' heads getting blown off, they cut to footage of the game. And I'm talking the rail shooter House of the Dead game.
The very silly, awkward game.
So when they're like, oh my God, we're getting swarmed in. And then it close to that. And it's fucking terrible.
I do top it though that Alone in the Dark or whatever was worse.
Yeah.
They were both Uwe Boll, like they're just slightly worse. And then if you've never seen it, the Tekken movie. Holy crap. The live action Tekken movie was
God, we should make that a
Fighter Chun-Li movie.
I remember, and there was a
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of really bad. If basically if Boll's name is attached to it, it's really not going to be good. He did a Far Cry movie actually.
Really?
There's a Far Cry movie that he did. It's the last place I saw streaming it was Crackle. Because I was like, I fucking love Far Cry. This is not Far Cry.
Oh god, I was gonna say, you're like, please don't tell me you love Crackle. Like no one loves Crackle.
No. No.
It's just like the candy bar. It's inferior in every way.
No, it is a Far Cry movie that he directed. Hold up. Right here. It's awful. I mean, it's terrible. So if you really want to really hurt yourself, go play Far Cry 5 and how great it is, and then go watch that movie that was made.
I don't want to hurt myself.
Well, you do. So watch this.
So what we do now is, just in case there is a tie on Twitter, which has happened a few times, sadly, we all go around and you guys all pick what movie I want or you want me to watch, just in case there's a tie. So let's start with you, Cornshaq. Out of those 3 games, what do you pick?
Out of the movies, Battle Royale.
Okay,
by far.
Fingers crossed.
I like them. I haven't seen Prince of Persia, but I'm saying Silent Hill. Sorry, I love Silent Hill.
Doc, out of those 3, what are you picking? You're picking Silent Hill, aren't you?
Yep.
Silent Hill. Baby back ribs.
What the fuck is that?
So
that's the theme song to Silent Hill.
Yeah,
you're wondering.
They just say that
actually does a really nice acoustic version of it for them.
Okay, all right.
That's why PT was canceled. It was
because Chili's didn't let it out.
I still cry myself to sleep every night that PT did not come
out. That's why I'll never get rid of that PS4.
That's the reason. Even with the Pro, I still have my original PS4 sitting. It's like it's never going away. At least keep the hard drive that PT is installed on.
Exactly.
So, talking about the Digital Hoarders Backlog Club, we haven't done a good job promoting it. Keep in mind, we are doing Metro 2033.
For another 2 days.
You got
3 days?
A few more days to do it. We will do our normal thing. We'll meet in Discord on Monday to talk about it. To discuss our thoughts on the game. I haven't gotten far enough into it yet. I still need to beat it.
I still need to play it.
It's just so crazy how this month is gone. I still need to get into it. April, we haven't decided on the game yet.
I think we
kind of have, but we'll tweet about that this weekend probably.
Oh, I thought you were just going to announce it right now.
No, I like doing that little side video.
You just like
that side chick video.
Hey now.
So meet in Discord.
Trouble, man. You gotta be careful with that side chick.
I know my fiance is in the chat right now.
She didn't know about that video.
So join us in the Discord, please, to talk Metro 2033. You do have time to play it. It's a short-ish game. April's game is going to be even shorter because we all have too much stuff to play.
Yeah, we don't. We should just make it My Name Is Mail.
Little Adventures on the Prairie, and there you go. It's 15 minutes, and you get a platinum, and there you go.
If it were cross-platform, we probably would.
It's so annoying that it's so cheap and yet doesn't come with PS4 and Vita. We got to buy them separate. So
and Xbox. We try to make sure we pick a game that's available on Xbox too.
Totally.
Anyway, speaking of Far Cry 5, somebody just mentioned what I like. Far Cry 5 sound is so good.
Oh, geez. Here we
go. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
I want to buy the soundtrack. And then I figured that it wasn't available yet. And then last night I looked on Spotify and it's there. I haven't listened yet. I'm so excited.
Ubisoft's really good about their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all on Spotify. Like all of Ubisoft stuff is on. I'm a huge Spotify fan.
Same. All right.
Yeah, awesome. Well, everyone, thank you for showing up tonight. We thank you for all our live viewers every week and those listening on iTunes, Google, whatever your podcast platform that you prefer. We appreciate you guys listening, and thank you, Cornshaq, for coming out, talking with us this week.
I apologize if I talked over you guys too much.
Never. It's awesome. I love the great insight. Yeah, we just love talking. We're here to boost positivity. We're not here to bash and put down. We're here for positivity through gaming and lifestyle. So,
unless it's that terrible game Cornshaq was talking about.
Yeah,
which there's no one every week.
Zero. It's a zero.
So, Cornshaq, how do people find you?
You can find me a variety of different ways. I am pretty much Cornshaq on just about every social media there is, except for Tumblr, where I'm Cornshaq7897 because someone took my name.
Oh, dick.
Screw that dicks. But other than that, my main channel is Cornshaq Gaming, as that's like the full name of it, because I did have an original Cornshaq channel that I had closed at one point. And I mean the next one, Cornshaq Gaming, because I couldn't just rename it Cornshaq. So if you go to www.youtube.com/user/Cornshaq Gaming, or just search Cornshaq Gaming, or
much easier
into Google, much easier, you will find my channel. I stream on Twitch. I stream usually 3 times a week. I'm just more lax with my schedule lately, where I just stream when I can finally sit down and do it instead of trying to force myself to stream. But that is twitch.tv/Cornshaq. And yeah, that's kind of my big things. I have other channels, and there's a lot of other stuff you can see me on, but those are my main stuff.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Until next week, have an amazing one.
#Hoard on. We have to close it out.
Oh, yeah, we do.